All right, I'm working on the Preway. A couple observations. It's kind of weird. It doesn't really lay flat, so it's kind of weird to work on. And then the grill. See how the grill works like this? It's unless I'm missing something, it's kind of weird. So like here's how it looks. You know, this hits there. And I don't see really how the lid can pop off like with ease. Maybe that is what I'm missing, is that this lid somehow. No, it's hinged right there. I mean, I could spread these out, but boy, if you lose one of these little tabs, your lid ain't going back on. So I'm not touching that. So I don't know. I still think it's very well built. I love how the latch is. I really do. So I'm just kind of leaning it there. This is a P4521, and I just popped the burner caps off. I wanted to see, and I noticed last night when I was using this, I was sliding this back and forth. This is actually up and down. And Ron T. Sawyer just reminded me that when this is down, apparently when you go to light this, the fuel gets trapped in here, and this will give you a whooshka popping. So I noticed that these asbestos gaskets are kind of blown up here, so I'm going to replace those. I'm going to clean these up. They don't look too bad, but I am going to go ahead and clean them up while I got them off. And we'll see what happens. Let's see if we can get this thing to burn better. I mean, it burned decent last night, but it wasn't perfect. One thing I did is I got a wire in here, and I rodded out in here the best I could. Rodded out this neck in here, and then blew it out really good with my compressor, and a lot of debris came out of this. I mean, an unusual amount of debris, probably because this little flute right here isn't really easily accessible. So what'll happen is this will get down here, it'll flood down here, and there'll probably be a lot of soot down in here. So I don't know. I'm optimistic that this is going to run better. Here's our burners. I was surprised that grill material doesn't come out. It's spot welded in there. Now I'm gonna this might be the trouble. I mean, they went to that much trouble to put a gasket in here. There's got to be a good reason for it. There's one of them. And now let's work on this other. Let's close this. There we go. Pretty decent surface there. Maybe I'll get a little more right there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, nice and smooth. All right, so I went to Napa Auto Parts and picked up this Fell Ramic, part number 309. Now, this, you're not going to believe this. This was $12, okay? And the gasket that I wanted was, excuse me, that wide and maybe this long. So maybe this much, maybe 1/4 of this, and it was $26. So I know this is going to be a pain in the butt to cut, but I looked up the specs. It's incredibly rated for constant heat. So I think we're going to be okay. It's just going to be a pain in the butt to cut. So let's get going. This guy right here, and I'll take the line The outside I'm not that worried about. It's cutting the inner circle out. And you would have thought that this would have been the expensive one, but let me go to town on this. Oh yeah, that inside, that is going to be spicy. I'm going to eyeball it. There we go. Should do it. Just got back from the booth. Restocking. I've been gone all week and traveling to New Mexico. And the travel was a disaster. The travel was just unreal. Missed flights, spend the night in the airport. Not fun, but I'm so glad to be home, hanging out with you guys. I hope it's going through that metal. Okay, there's our gaskets. Now I need to mark where the screw holes are. A little space for screws. Put the metal side up just because I think it might get hotter. The chamber side. One. Does this come off? It looks like it comes off. Oh, it's loose too. Oh, it's got a good tip. I can see it. Okay. Now I'd like to get this off. I'm going to give it a little heat right here. I'm going to put this back on to protect that tip. Woo, it's squirting out. Better safe than sorry. Oh, it looks good actually. This looks good. It's a little dirty down here. I'm just gonna leave this right on there, and I'm gonna just take a little bit of steel wool and clean that up, and then take this to my wire wheel here, and we'll be right back. Now here's where these gun bore kits come into play. Here's a variety of brushes with a nice comfortable handle. And I think this will go, will it? It won't go in there, but will it go in here? Close. Oh yeah. Oh, it goes in, don't want to come out. That's getting good. There we go. Give that a tighten. That was really loose. That actually could have an effect. That should be tight. There. Here's my collection of brushes. These are from gun bore kits. See here? That's good stuff. Look at that. Yeah, just keep these stems in here and keep all that stuff together, and it'll help you be more efficient. This needle here, you got to be careful with it. Yeah, it's really dirty. All right, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's put this back together. Like so. Yeah, I see it now. So the main is the fuel, and then got it. Yeah, it's really coming out now. And it doesn't take much. It don't take much but a crack. So that's really good to do, is to get an eye, you know, of like how this thing works, like how much fuel comes out of this when you can see the stream and not into the stove. It's a really good practice to do. Okay, stove up here, and install this. Let's see, I'm gonna hang it over the edge again. That was nice. And put our unit back in. Okay. And I'm going to put these back in place. It keeps the lid up. All right, let's see how this works with a little maintenance. Crack this open. I'm going to go turn the light off. Hang on. All right, Mike. Sorry. Here we go. This, you turn the fuel on, then you open up the fuel atomizer a quarter turn until it lights. And then turn it off. And then turn this up. Yes, I see now. Wow! So this side, this little knob is the fuel atomizer that Mike said. You turn it on for lighting, and then once you get it lit, turn it off. Otherwise, you'll lose too much air out of your tank. Listen to this baby rip now. Oh, heck yeah. Wow. Yeah, we're talking game changer now. All right, now we got this one nice and hot. We'll work on the secondary burner. All right. Wow, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit and see what we... There. It's burning so much better. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks, Mike and the gang, for the tips on this. It's running way better, so much better. I'm going to take it off and fiddle with that gasket a little bit and try to get that, it looks like there's a little bit of leakage there on the side. So that gasket is legit. You need that gasket in there. But anyway, thanks for sticking around and hanging out, and we'll see you around.